Hey everyone, hello, this is Isaiah from ZaySMR. We just got done with this past episode and I am so excited to share it with you all. Today's guest host, is Kyle Mullins, at Mullins on Instagram, and we had a really good hour-long conversation about online school, COVID, mask mandates, and relish. A little bit of anime, and just building a community and being holistic in your approach to health. So stay tuned, get past the first minute, please, and then it gets really good. Yeah, but go here, it works. Bet. Check out the shirt. I had the whole like ring light set up, and oh man, I was going crazy. Oh, whoa. What in the it's official over here, boy. We got the headphones on, the mic. Hold on now. Got the whole setup, and I can post this to YouTube, and like I was like, dang, I gotta make TikToks. Trying to it's weird. It's weird. Trying to talk to a microphone. But I wanted to do this with y'all because I was like, I was talking to my mom. I was like, man, this could have been a podcast episode. This sounds way more natural.
Yeah.
Like talking to somebody. And I was like, well, I can use this as a way to reconnect with all the people I haven't seen and I haven't been able to go see.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's wild.
Yeah, I imagine it's kind of like because all your other episodes that you already did, like it's like you're just talking, like you're not. Yeah. I imagine that's
just
hard. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm literally like right now, like this actually looks not bad, but when you're in here without like the video, I wasn't using like this light before. I'm just like in my kitchen by myself like I am right now. And I'm just like, hey, I mean, the policeman is crazy, right? And it's just I could just doesn't feel
Yeah.
that just say, oh man, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
But it's way easier to be like, oh shoot, I haven't talked to you in a while, so I want to like know what you're up to, know what you're doing, know what you think.
For sure.
Yeah, man. You're in school now, right? Over in San
Yeah,
Francisco.
San Francisco State. Yep.
FSSU.
Yep.
Home of Clayton Sada.
He doesn't even go there anymore, but
he just posts up there.
No. Like I think he moved to Napa.
Oh, okay. I just know he was a phenom out there.
Yeah.
I saw everyone was posting him on their stories, and I was like, dang, he's like he played for like the Philippines or something.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that too. That's crazy.
Yeah, that man's successful. That's what I think. What are you going to school for?
Nutrition.
Oh snap! We about to make this into an episode for sure.
Yeah.
What made you want to get into that?
When my mom got diagnosed with lung cancer is when I like kind of like got into it. But yeah,
we're getting deep right off the bat, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna front on the podcast. So
yeah, man. It's way easier. Oh, not to take it back to what I was saying before, but like before when I was recording, I was just like, I don't want to say anything, and I'm like robotic. But then I'm just like, you just gotta like relax and just let it go. If you say something you don't want me to put in, I'll just edit it out. If you say FD's, then you just gotta edit it out because you gotta like you just gotta chill and be yourself.
Yeah, that's the only way. I feel like you don't want it to be like scripted. So
yeah, and I just today did a script for like the intro because I was like doing the intro and I was like, hey, it's I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But going back to what you're saying, I feel kind of similar. Like when my dad had, I think it was metastatic thyroid cancer back in like 2008, and he like totally flipped his life around. There was like no more drinking. We had no more soda. It was all water. And actually, I don't think I had like juice from the age of 10 to like 18.
Yeah, yeah,
And just like changed up everything. No more fast food. No more this. No more that. I don't even. I'm pretty sure I don't even try to eat like pork anymore or anything like that.
yeah, yeah,
That for me was kind of like a I'm not like super religious, but I was just looking into it and I saw like what pigs ate, and I was like, let me look into why these some of these religions aren't doing this, or why it's just not
yeah,
the best for you, and red meat and all that stuff. But I want to. This is not. I want to like hear from you too, so I don't want to
yeah,
talk
yeah,
over everything. So
for sure.
take it
Yeah,
away.
it's interesting, like learning about like the different religions and like learning about the different ways that they eat and like
Yeah,
at their like lifespan and like how it's like different from like the United States and stuff. Like it's pretty interesting.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like you can like take different parts from like each like religion and like
yeah,
culture, take the
yeah.
best parts from it.
That's what I try to do. This is I didn't expect for it to lead here. So I want you to finish if you had anything else to say on that, or you just that was all. I didn't want
And
to cut you off.
no, no, you're good. I'm
Oh,
just
okay,
flowing.
okay. Just bouncing off of that. This is why recording with someone else is so much better. Uh, I I had to escape a cult, and I was in college. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
Um, this is like a month before I went to Japan, and the week of my a week before my finals, and the month before I went to Japan. So it was like end of my junior year.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. Like I was lost, and I was like, I always grew up going to church, so that was like what I thought I was supposed to do.
Yeah, yeah,
And then I was playing basketball behind the apartments, and like I was really getting back into that after like
yeah,
playing with you for so long. And I was like, all right, I found people that are cool and want to play basketball, and it's right there. And then they just were like, hey, uh, they were like super nice. They were just like, we have this Bible study if you want to come hang out, and we just chill and have food and stuff. And I was like, oh man, that's perfect. Little did I know what I was getting into. I was uh I just kept playing basketball with them. Some dude like snapped his Achilles right in front of me. He didn't come back to the church for a minute, but I ended up going. So I watched Avengers Endgame, which is like 3 hours at midnight, and then so at 3 a.m. the movie ends, and then at 6 a.m. I wake up to walk to school 20 minutes to go to this church thing, and then they just they're bashing people. they're just they're just like calling out people, just like Terry and Carrie, you're not bringing people in.
uh-huh,
God says, to get to fellowship with your fellow Christians and all this, and all that stuff. So I was just like,
yeah,
oh man, they're it's hot right off the bat. It's a
yeah,
little,
yeah,
but I was there, and everyone was super nice to me, and I had food, and that, as a college student, that's dope. And I'll speed it up a little bit. I just like going to individual meetings with them, and they're writing my notes for me. And I think, oh, that's a little weird, but all right. And then they come out and they're just like, some people say we're a cult. And I was like, all right. And I just didn't, I brushed it off because they were just like, they're writing my notes for me, like telling me what I was supposed to be taking from the verses. And they're like, if he's going to be upfront with me,
you're right.
like, and he's like, Jesus was in a cult. I was like, I guess. And I just brushed it off. And then I just kept going to individual meetings with everybody, and they kept taking my notes for me. And then um one day I was like talking to one of them, and we were like playing pool or something, and they were talking about what they were going to do for the weekend, and I was like, man, this don't really sound right. They're just like,
Yeah,
yeah, we're going to sell this and that, we're going to pop over here, and she going, like, what, hold on, what is what's going on here? And just started. That's when I still hadn't like talked to any of my roommates or my friends or my family at this point, right? And they're telling
yeah,
me I was seeing someone named Mary at the time, and they were just like, if you don't bring her in, you can't be with her. If your family doesn't join this church, you can't talk to them no more. We're your family now. And I was like, damn. But then what really got me was I went out proselytizing, which is illegal on college campuses. I learned. So you're like trying to get kids to like join your church.
Uh-huh.
Not really supposed to be doing that because like college kids are like young and they're changing and they're like trying to find themselves. So it'd be kind of manipulative to be like, hey, I'm like 30 years old, but come join my church.
Yeah,
But that's what they were doing. They were like walking. They tried to get me to walk along and get people to join their church, and I felt super uncomfortable. And I was like, oh shoot. And then we came up to this dude who we went up to this guy who was Muslim. He was like, dude, I you know, I'm Muslim. I'm good right now. Went up to another dude and he was like, I'm an atheist. And he knew so much more about the Bible than the guy I was with. And I was like, dang.
uh-huh.
So like after a week, I like took my finals and everything. I finally called my mom and I was like, can we look into this church? And we looked it up, and the first thing is like cult watch, cult watch, cult watch. And I was like, dang.
Yeah.
I like had avoided my friends and my family for a week and was like going to class and then going out with them and then coming home and just repeating. I wasn't even like talking to anybody. And so that was a weird time. And that's when I really was like, oh shoot. Is God just like this image of like people or like have humans just been like manipulating this all overseeing entity to like for their personal gain? And I was like, man, has everything that I learned been a lie?
Yeah, yeah.
That yeah. After that, so I took a world religions course, and I was like, I need to learn about everything and just like take the best and put it and like just try to be a better person and like meditate and work on myself. And
Yeah, yeah.
it's been rough for me ever since. It's been rough.
After that, have you like do you like go to like a church now or like or
No, man, I don't think it. Well, that happened in like 2019. After that, I was like, I couldn't. I don't know. Like I couldn't. Like I feel open more like now to be like, okay, I believe like that there's someone that knows more than I do.
yeah, yeah.
But it's tough to be like, man, the Bible and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't want to offend anybody. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I'm not religious personally, but I went to a Christian school
Mm-hmm.
uh till like till fourth grade, so like preschool to like fourth grade.
Mm-hmm.
And like after a while, like I was like, I don't know if I like really like believe in this,
Yeah.
but like say like this is the religion, like because there's so many different like types of like religion and stuff. So
Yeah.
like it's like hard to say like this is the one, like this is the one you should believe. Or, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Because there's people that are like in India right now who their whole life might be Hinduism or something.
right,
And how am I going to tell them that they're wrong? It's like,
right,
dang,
exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
only the only reason I felt the way I did about Christianity is because I grew up with it here.
Hmm.
So it's yeah. I'm all for all inclusive and like just taking things from a whole bunch of different religions and just trying to be the best me possible.
Yeah, yeah.
I know you're into meditating. I know
Oh
you.
yeah, oh yeah. I'd be on. I I see you follow Headspace.
Oh, I'm on. Yeah, Headspace. I got the Calm map. I got the. I watched the Netflix series, and it was and that was rough. Oh man, this is getting deep. I was about to. I guess we're doing it. I'm transitioning. I'm going to transition. Uh, and is there anything is there anything you want to get out? Because I'm just rolling. I don't want to like take the spotlight here. This is
No.
good.
Did you have like a questions that you wanted to ask me or like?
Yeah, I do. But like, man, this was about to. All right, I'm gonna do a quick little segment, I guess, that was gonna roll into like my parents getting divorced, like, and just this that is something that made me want to be like, okay, I want to be in control of like my emotions and my life and be able to not repeat some of the mistakes that older people have made. That's all.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah,
too bad. Yeah, I just want to, find myself and, meditate and, do what I have to do to make it day by day because it's rough right now, especially during COVID. So this leads to how has COVID affected you and like and your mental health,
Whew.
and you know.
um, it's impacted me a lot. Especially from like a like like socialization like aspect, like having like a sense of community.
Yeah, definitely.
I could go back to the religion thing, but like what I was gonna say about the religion thing real quick is like, unless it's like a cult or something, but
Yeah,
uh, if like having like a church to go to like every Sunday, and like
yeah.
having like a group of people that you like regularly like connect with like helps,
Oh
like in
yeah,
high school, like when like every day like we had practice together, like it was like sense of community.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like after like everything like that, when the pandemic started, like, and I was like super like isolated, so like
Oh yeah.
I don't know, I feel like it's like a really important aspect like of like your health is like having a sense of community, and
Oh
like
yeah.
that was like one of the biggest things that affected me.
I feel you. I feel you. And a lot changed for everybody. Like people losing. I got laid off. Delana got laid
Yeah.
off, and that's rough. And right after that, the people I was roommates with and homies with my whole college career, we had like a falling out, and I haven't talked to them since. So like I don't
Yeah.
talk to really my best friends from college, and so that happened, and the pandemic happened at the same time, and then I moved out, and it's like, man, like me trying it took a it's taken a beating on me. Like now I'm trying to like go out and like play beach volleyball and like go out to events that they have for our job, and even just going to the mall and seeing other people, because
Yeah.
that hasn't even been something that's been comfortable to do. And I know this topic's probably been beaten to death over the past year, but it's still going. So yeah. On that note, what's your COVID? No, that's fine. What's your
What?
vaccination? No, no. But yeah, shoot. I have a bunch of uh stupid questions here. Like this one says, "What's the point of relish? What is relish to you?" I
Relish.
mean, what do you really? I don't even know what I was thinking when this happened, but like, what do you put relish on?
Define relish.
What is relish? Isn't relish like what's relish? Hold on. I don't know what relish is. That was the whole point I wanted to bring to a point here. Like what is relish? Let's see. I have serious stuff to talk about after this, but that was just something, not something funny I wanted to bring up. It's
Yeah.
a
No.
cooked and pickled product made of chopped vegetables, fruit, pickles, or herbs.
Oh.
It's like green. You put it on hot dogs, I think. No, that's sauerkraut.
Oh.
No. It's green. It's green
So you're talking
sometimes.
about fermented foods.
I think so. I think so.
Okay, I do know what I was thinking something else, but I know what relish is. Well, kind of. I don't know exactly what it is, but like, yeah.
What exactly? Like that's the first time I've heard the definition of relish.
Wait,
Uh,
say the definition again.
the definition is cooked and pickled product made of chopped vegetables, fruit, pickles, or herbs, and is a food item typically used as a condiment or salsa.
Okay.
Um, Shelf life about 30 months. I don't know. This is
Have you
definitely.
had
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Have you had kimchi?
I have had kimchi. Yeah, my roommate uh and his girlfriend, they were both well, one was Japanese and Guatemalan, one was Filipino. We had Korean friends coming over all the time, and we had kimchi, and I think I had it one time when I was sick. I just like, I don't know if it was when I was sick or if I just was trying it, but wild. I also tried sea urchin with
Oh
them. I don't know. Have you ever tried sea urchin?
no, I
It just
haven't.
tastes like the ocean. Like if you were to just pick up a scoop of water and just take a bite.
Like
It's
the what are the seaweed? chips, like
Yeah,
the
yeah, but worse,
but worse.
yeah, yeah. I've had a lot of wild things. On that note, this is I can't care what people think. I was just trying something in a different country. I had kangaroo. I think I had whale, ostrich.
Kangaroo, that's crazy.
Yeah, ostrich. The whale was just it just tasted like fatty chicken.
Uh,
Yeah. Uh, but and that was fun. We were in like a izakaya in Japan, like on the ground. It was pretty cool. This
yeah.
this is definitely a spot where I'm gonna put an ad because this is nonsense. We're just gonna cut this off. We're gonna cut to the other stuff.
Let's
That's
do it.
I just wanna to make that note if I'm watching this back or editing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, let's see. I mean, I don't even know how long. I don't even know how long we've been recording, but this is my guest, Kyle. Kyle Mullins. My boy is it at Kyle underscore Mullins?
I don't even know what this is, honestly.
Dude, I was just like I was so excited to get this started. I was like, man, I didn't shout you out of nothing. I went to high I went to high school with Kyle. I didn't like I don't think like I don't when I did this, I wasn't thinking like, oh, people that don't know Kyle are gonna watch this, but I guess that is the goal.
Yeah, for sure.
Kyle, we went to high school together in Sacramento. Played on the basketball team together. Have a bunch of hilarious, hilarious photos from Black History Month.
Oh yes. Oh
I
yes.
still have an official Gary Jones. Gary Jones? Yeah, Gary Jones photo of me, you, Trey, and Jay Sean all staying in a row with our fists up. I
Yeah, I have that picture too. It's
yeah.
just yeah, that's a interesting picture.
I was thinking of a way to promote this, then that's why I was just like, I some for some reason I have Kyle's baby photo and I have pictures of us from high school. I didn't know I had so many, which is crazy. Um, yeah, uh, going to going to college is definitely different. Nah, yeah, getting back in it's going back into social stuff is so weird right now.
It really is. Yeah. Yeah, that like what you said, like you're going to play beach volleyball and stuff. I'm going to the gym to play basketball.
Yeah,
I'm playing nowhere really. So like
yeah, you understand. You understand. All right, let's see. On this podcast, I'm trying to like promote artists or like what people are doing. So with that being said, oh, I know you're a plant boy. I know you got the plants on deck.
oh yes.
Do you do any poetry, or does Bella do any poetry or artwork that you want to shout out or something?
Poetry.
Artwork or
Uh Bella does artwork, but we don't have like a page or
page
nothing
or
to like
anything?
shout out. We'll get there.
Oh,
Next episode.
Bella based.
Next episode.
I just want to I know I won't want to like talk about I want to talk about like creativity, but also like what people like. I feel like I don't want to just have I love them, but I don't want to just have artists on. Like hopefully we can have like one of my very successful comedian friends on next. That would be huge. And just like people like anyone like in the medical field or stuff like that, though, that will definitely be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but I just wanted to give that chance if you wanted to
Next
shout out
time.
anything. But when we're talking about artistry, at this point in time, we have to talk about Drake and Kanye.
Okay.
Did you listen to any of those albums?
Listened to some of the Drake album, but I have not listened to the Kanye one at all yet.
I wish it was legal to play the intro of Kanye's album because I didn't start listening to it till yesterday. I listened to all of Drake's music, and then I had a joke in the last podcast that I wasn't going to listen to Kanye's album, but I listened to it, and it starts with saying his mom's name. The whole first intro track is just his mom's name. It's
Yeah.
That's it.
Like
It's
that's
just
it. There's nothing
Donda,
else.
Donda, 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 Donda. That and it just goes. And I was like, I think Kanye might have won. This is some art. This is. I feel like Kanye's big on like producing, and not really
Yeah.
big on like making the biggest hits. Like he just wants a full like art piece instead of like trying to get way too sexy like Drake was. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, I had to bring that up. I had to bring that up. Are there any shows or yeah, are there shows or movies that you've watched recently that you've enjoyed you want to share?
Um, I haven't completed them, but uh, my sister and her boyfriend really got me into anime. But I haven't.
Oh,
But me and Bella started watching My Hero Academia,
mm-hmm. Yeah, I
but
didn't.
we haven't been watching it recently because we just
Uh,
been too busy. But
yeah, yeah. How is timing with school? You were in community college, but is it different now in at like a state school?
wait, say again. What do you mean?
Is it different now? Like the timing of school, is it like any harder? Like, do you have more classes or something like that?
Um, I mean, like, yeah, it's a lot different from. I don't know because everything's online right now.
Oh, really? Still?
Yeah, so like
Oh,
the campus is open and stuff, but not all like majority of people's classes are still online. So like, yeah, I don't, yeah, it's just been online classes just aren't fun.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I finished college on online classes, and it was a joke. Or
Yeah,
it was rough.
yeah,
Oh, well, I do have some more stuff. Oh, I shout out to My Hero Academia first and foremost. That's a good one. Is that your first anime you ever watched?
yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like my sister has like whenever I like go visit her, her and her boyfriend like show me like you should check out this anime. And we just watch like the first episode and then we go like just random ones. So like I haven't watched like any of them for like fully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. We got you in the game a little bit. Let me know.
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
me know if you need any recommendations.
yeah. I'll hit you up.
There's actually a big movie coming out too. I think they're like releasing a movie this year. Um, I only have a few other things. There's analytics. I wanted to shout out that uh 90, I think it was 96% of the people that watch my show are in America, which makes sense. 4% are from Germany.
Okay,
That's
okay.
all. I just don't understand.
Those are the only. That's all of them.
Yeah, like those are the countries involved, like listening to my podcast and like downloading it. I just
Just
don't.
the U.S. and Germany. That's it.
I don't know what I'm doing to appease the German audience, but I'm gonna say Guten Tag, and that's the only German. Do you know any German or any
No.
other? Oh man, I need. Oh man,
Um, but I
you know,
have the sauerkraut German.
sauerkraut. Man, that sounds like a hot dog topping, man.
Yeah, no. I there's
Is it?
some restaurant. I think it might be German, but yeah, there was like sauerkraut on top of the hot dog.
Oh,
I don't know. That
uh,
just made me think
we
of
we going back to the relish.
that.
The only other thing I can think of talking about is sports, and then I randomly put on here that there's three more things. Sports. How are you feeling about the Sacramento Kings this year?
um, Davion Mitchell
Oh,
looks
okay.
nice. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I say the same thing every year with
And
it. He's like, "This is our year." I don't
yeah,
know. I just watch it. I just watch all basketball for fun at this point.
yeah, that's how I became to like make myself not as emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you watch, like, I'm a big LeBron fan, I always have been. So it's like when I watch and just like separate it, and it's like, all right, I'm just gonna enjoy all basketball. That made it much easier to like see them,
Yeah,
see
for
them,
sure.
see them, see them lose. But yeah, I'm excited. I think once basketball starts up, this I'll be able to like do this more like pointedly. Like
Mm-hmm.
people will actually be like, "Oh, okay, I know what you talk about." And so yeah, I'm excited for sports. I had no idea the football season was starting at all. Um,
You don't really watch football?
no, but then
Yeah.
I was at work and they were like Tom Brady, and I was just like, "Oh, it's the preseason." And they were like, "No, this is the first game." I was like, "Oh, dang,
Oh, is it really?
yeah, the first game already happened apparently
Last Sunday?
last Thursday."
Oh, what the heck? Yeah, I'm out of the loop with that.
Yeah, yeah, I kind of stopped watching after Colin Kaepernick left, but
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then oh shoot, that's a whole another podcast though. I guess there's a few things. Well, here it says Biden just like did a nationwide press conference and said that he wants the TSA to double fines for people with no masks on airplanes. Like, I just that's the only thing I heard in the whole thing, and I was just like, dang! Imagine if $5,000 or $10,000, and they're just like, nope, 20,000. I know
For
that's
not wearing a mask.
yeah, that's crazy to I think, and the uh the aviation, I forgot the like aviation oversight committee with like when it comes to complaints, there's been like 8,000 and like 7,000 of the complaints have been with like like not wearing a mask, like no compliance to masks.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't imagine 7,000 people like getting their fines doubled or thinking it's oh, worth it. I don't know. You just
It's
gotta,
not worth. That is
it's not
not worth.
it's not
It's
worth it.
not worth it at all.
It's not worth it, people. Um on and then this is random, but um I think I was watching a TikTok or a video or something, and someone said that they would switch white privilege for the N-word privilege. And what are your thoughts on
Switch white privilege.
if you could receive white
Privilege.
privilege, like say you had a white friend and he was allowed to say the N-word if you were allowed to get a higher paying degree or job um, for less work.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna keep grinding, working 6 times as hard.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pass on that one.
yeah. You know, please don't call me no hard R, please.
That's a whole nother podcast. Yeah.
I guess we'll end it on that topic. I don't is there's so much like from I mean I was working at Vaughn's when there was like Black Lives Matter protests like blocking the streets, and
Yeah.
it was crazy, and I really don't know if anything's changed. Like I don't know. Like I know I wanted to talk about I'll talk to Enzo about it, but I want to talk to him about like the whole like an Asian American hate thing with like grandpas were getting beat up, and I was like, dang,
Yeah.
like like immigrants make this country, and this country's a melting pot, and I just don't understand why we can't all get along.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with when it comes to policing and like Blue Lives Matter, I don't know why it has to why it's also political and not just like looked at as human. Like everything, I'm pretty sure I talked about this before, but like everything has to be for money for some reason. Like uh there's the billionaire that like got let off or something when I think it
They
was
just paid it off
yeah, well,
and the
yeah,
crime just went away.
I can't find it, but yeah, people, yeah, they were just like, oh, it was the pharmacy company, the bankruptcy judge. This is the Washington Post. Bankruptcy judge approves Purdue Pharma plan to resolve opioid claims, giving Sackler family civil immunity. Like the opioid, they are responsible for the opioid crisis in this country, and they can't get sued or nothing, and just what? like I don't know how money solves everything, or like everyone's grinding to make money,
Hmm.
and people aren't enjoying themselves. I feel like we should just
Just
everyone's everyone's so individualistic.
yeah, yeah,
We should all come together,
yeah. We need more of a community.
and that's what we're doing here, baby. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
let's go. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Here we go. Recording it is in progress. So we're just gonna. Oh, this is nice.
Get it rolling.
Get it rolling. Get it. There we go. All right, now we have this open. We're good. All right.
All right.
Let's dive back into. Well, I feel like we should dive back into online school. We were just talking about how should have talked beforehand, but it's all good. Just like talking online school about. Oh, we're gone. We're out of there, people, and that is. Da-na-na.
We're good. We're good. We're back.
Is this on your phone?
No, it's on my iPad.
Okay, it looks good.
It
I was like,
just
man.
flew off the case.
Oh man.
Online school.
Online school. The last semester of my online school was not good. I fell asleep constantly through class. I had freedom to like look up answers or text friends, and teachers that in person aren't even really doing their best to teach you. They're just throwing textbooks and chapters at you. At least in my experience. They did even less for me when I was in school. I don't know how it is now when it comes to nutrition. I took a nutrition 201 course, and it was with a really good professor. Um, and actually, it was an online class, and he was super funny. He had like really cool intros and stuff. He would be like filming the intro to the class. He's like riding on the bike, and it was like super fun. But then when we went to go take the test, it was actually in online, and so the entire class I went to that school library and took that test together.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
you use your resources.
there's down there's downfalls of there's downfalls of online school for sure. Like not being in person, not really being able. I don't think people are like using Zoom. I think it's all through like Canva or Canvas or Blackboard, right?
uh, my school when I was at Sierra, it was on Zoom, and then here it's SFC, it's at Zoom too, on Zoom too. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with that.
Yeah, it happens. Do you feel like you're able to like? Do you have your camera on when you're doing it? Like,
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, yeah. I try to, like, if it's like a live class,
yeah,
but like right now, only one of my classes is synchronous, like where you actually like show up and like you can
uh,
see everyone's face.
yeah.
All the my other lectures are like where you just do it on your own time. Like you literally just watch the professor, so you don't see any of the students or anything. So
Do they have any like quizzes in the middle of
yeah,
the class that like they make sure you pay attention to?
yeah, like discussion boards and stuff. But like, yeah, it's weird, honestly. Like sometimes I like feel like I'm like not even in school. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it worth your money to take online classes when because if that's how I felt. I'm like I'm taking these online classes and teaching myself. My teacher doesn't know how to use. At this point, they probably do, but my teachers don't know how to use any of this software,
Hmm.
and I just didn't know if it was worth it. I know for sure people were trying to get their tuition back at San Diego State. They're like, I did not pay for this. I paid for in-person class, and now my kid sleeps during class or has his friend text him the answers to answer the quiz during the course, or like I think it made students more lazy.
Hmm.
I think so. Um, I don't know how it is now. Do you feel like the teachers put pressure on you to learn?
Um, not really.
Not really. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like in college, like you kind of just gotta like, yeah, the professors don't really like push you as much to like do it. Like it's like if you want to do it, like you're gonna do it type of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. If you want like the grade, but the grade came easier for me, at least. Like,
Online.
yeah, online for sure. Yeah, unfortunately. Uh, I think I don't know. How do you think this kind of ties back to COVID? Do you think COVID had, as a result, like has had a negative effect on like the education system? The
But yeah,
already bad education system, already expensive.
yeah, definitely. Like kids are like still having to like pay for like the like health center fee or like
Oh,
pay for the gym and
mm-hmm.
like you couldn't even go to the gym, but they're still like charging it in the
Oh
tuition.
yeah,
Um, like you were asking earlier about like if it was worth like still paying for it and stuff. So actually, get my school. I've been getting my school paid for through the Department of Rehabilitation. It's called DOR,
mm-hmm.
and like I got connected with that program in high school because I had a learning. I still have a learning disability, and
Okay.
like I was in like a study skills class in high school, but like that's how I got connected with that program. So I'm actually, luckily, I haven't been having to pay for my schooling, but so for me, like it's still like worth it. Like it gives me like guidance,
Yeah,
like because
yeah,
like you could just like buy the textbook and like try and like learn it on your own,
yeah,
but like
mhm.
it gives you guidance and you get like the piece of paper at the end of
Yeah.
it all. But
That's what's
yeah,
up. I,
yeah,
I,
I don't
I,
know.
as I knew you, and you were, I didn't even know that about you, Kyle.
Yeah, most people don't.
Yeah, well, we'll see now. No, that's what's up. That's awesome. Um, I was going to dive into also how COVID has affected like. Do you feel like COVID is going to affect the economy when it comes to? Or for me, I had friends just dip out and move to Hawaii, and because they can work remote, and Hawaii can't handle all that right now. So I don't know. This was a question like we were talking about at work, if people were gonna like migrate to more like uh, vacation destinations like San Diego, or a lot of people that moved here, or Hawaii, or like Florida or Texas, where there's like lesser restrictions and they can have hot weather and they can have hurricanes. Um, um, but but yeah, so I don't know. I just wanted to say that. I don't know if there's anything you want to touch on that. I just thought about that when we were talking about the education system. I think
Yeah, yeah. Um, what was the question again?
I don't know COVID and the economy, have,
Uh,
or just like where people are living, where people are migrating to.
yeah, like
Oh,
I've heard that like people like the food industry or like jobs for like waiters and like bartenders and stuff, like they're like can't find like everyone's hiring, but like
yeah,
no
yeah.
one's like applying because they're just on unemployment.
In
So they're
that
just, like sitting on unemployment and no one wants to work. So like
unemployment is paying more than my job.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think that's everything when it came to we were talking about online school. So I guess we'll switch into we were talking about online school. We're going to talk about your online school, and you were a nutrition major. Did you wanted to dive in? Give us your best tips, tricks. You wanted to talk about probiotics, diets, and when it comes to nutrition, as a bachelor of science myself, and applied kinesiology and pre-physical therapy emphasis. I would say that it's probably one of the biggest things for people who want to really change their life. I think a lot of people are like, I just need to go to the gym, or I just need to take these pills. Um, but it's really about, having a good relationship with food, and yeah, just having a healthy relationship with food. And that is one of the biggest things that can change your life and your body. And so, do you have anything you want to say about that, or any thing you've learned you want to share?
Yeah, yeah. Like, since you're like a kinesiology major, you probably have like, or you probably like people like to think like, oh, you just like need to work out and like you can still like go get that like Big Mac like after your
Yeah.
workout. Like as long as you like work out, like you'll be good. But like
Mm,
the reality is like the food that you're consuming is more important than like the type of exercise you're getting and stuff like that. So
yeah.
like yeah, I don't nutrition is complicated. Like
Hmm.
you like
Take your time. It's all good. It's edited out right
yeah
there.
uh yeah, nutrition is complicated. Like every person is like gonna like react differently to like certain types of food. Like some people have like dietary restrictions because of like they're like allergic to something,
Hmm.
or they have like personal like things like religion, for instance, like they're
Hmm.
like don't want to eat meat or things like that. And there's just like so much information out there, and like yeah, it's a really complicated major. Like it's I'm still learning a lot. Like
Yeah.
I'm learning every day with it, and like I'm also minoring in holistic health,
Hmm.
and it talks about like I'm learning a lot about like meditation and like
Hmm.
being like mindful with your food and like
Hmm.
yeah, there's a whole array of things that I could go off on about.
Yeah. What that reminds me of is just having a good relationship with. I think Marie Kondo was on Netflix. Having a good relationship with like your clothing, and just uh and appreciating it and thanking it and like moving on. I think that's how some religions also, their relationship with food is, when it comes to this. Like, hey, thank you for this food, and I know I'm going to eat this animal or whatever, but we're going to prepare it this way and treat it this way and give it the best life, and do all of that ritualistic stuff. Do you know any more religions? Because I know we're going to talk about religion in a second. Do you know any more religions that have like dietary restrictions? I know. I think I want to say Jewish halal. Is that halal, or is?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what the restrictions are, but yeah, like halal or like
Mm,
kosher,
co-
or I know Buddhism has some. They're like mainly vegetarian, I think.
mhm, mhm,
Speaking of that, I was gonna ask
mhm.
you said you don't eat
Pork.
uh oh, okay, pork.
Yeah, I don't eat pork.
Okay.
I really we don't. I haven't had red meat for a while, and you might be able to say something on this as a nutrition major. But I do. I know we actually ate like we ate keto for a while without even really knowing it. We were and or vegetarian. We were having like eggplant, um, egg like fried eggplant, and we were having cucumber sandwiches, and we were having grilled peach salads a lot, vegetarian burgers, all of that, vegetarian pasta. We were we were really, we still do,
Hmm.
and we just have like really cut out red meats. And I know people say, I think in school we were talking about how red meats are like your biggest provider, or can be your biggest providers of energy, but people don't really have the knowledge to. They don't know, like, I don't want to eat meat, or I can't eat meat. Like, we were just watching a wife swap episode about how a family that only eats meat.
Only
Um,
eats meat.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
these people aren't. I don't think people aren't educated about, like, oh, I can eat vegetarian and get the protein I need if I do this, or soy protein versus animal protein, and yeah, I think that was really important to learn. And as I worked in I juice it up on campus at SDSU, a smoothie place, and you really do have to pay attention to that. And I just think it is really it's something really important to bring light to, uh, as a nutrition major and as people listening. Like preparing like people's food is like really important. You can really like impact their health if they're allergic to something or if they're a certain religion. It's important to respect all of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Especially allergies. Allergies can be so scary. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I worked at Farm Fresh, like people would come
Oh
in and be
yeah.
like make sure like there's no mangoes. Like I'm allergic to like mangoes or
Mm-hmm.
like something like
Mm-hmm.
out of the ordinary, like you'd never think of. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, nutrition is very complex.
Yeah. So check out Kyle in the coming years. He'll be your nutritionist, dietitian. Um,
um,
no.
no, maybe a nutritionist. Not a. I'm not on the dietitian path anymore. I just didn't want to like work in a hospital.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I'm honestly probably gonna go more of like the holistic health route.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure yet. There's a lot I want to do. So
Yeah. I'm still figuring it out. There's two things though. When it comes to holistic health, have you meditated? Have you seen the lights? Have you
have I
seen the
seen?
have you seen
Have I
the
seen?
color? Have you seen the colors?
What do you mean?
I don't remember if it's a religion or a spiritual or if it's just like a chakra thing. They say like your root chakra is red and it goes all the way up to the third eye, and purple your throat chakra and all that fun stuff. So they say like, oh, if you hold these stones or if you have think about like your root and your base, you're a tree, and then like envision this color and think about this color. Have you ever heard anything about that, like chakra meditations?
Yeah, yeah. I haven't. I haven't really done any like chakra meditation specifically, but like I have heard about that or like different colors like if you like think on like certain colors, some are
Mm-hmm.
like positive or some are negative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the holistic health minor that I'm doing is like so complex. Like you just learn about like Western perspectives, Eastern
Oh,
perspectives,
yeah. That's
the
good.
whole the whole thing.
Yeah, that's good. Um, I honestly forgot the other thing that I was gonna bring up, but is there anything else you wanted to say about religion? Uh, and
Um,
like I know you wrote it down, but I don't remember if there's anything like
specific.
specific. We talked about the diet part, maybe just people choosing for themselves, parents giving their uh I don't know if you want kids, but I have no idea what I want right now because I am 23
Yeah,
and
yeah.
kids sound expensive. But
Hmm.
I do know if we're to able to adopt or something or have a kid in the future, like I would probably give them the freedom just to choose. That's so important. Uh,
Yeah,
you know, yeah, that's all I can really think of. Like I can think of times where I was young where I was like playing playing sports because other people did or doing this or listen to certain music or but yeah, growing up definitely learn to find yourself and find your path, and it looks like nutrition is that for you. And we're all about creating community here for sure. And when we wrote this down, I thought about like there was the Black Wall Street bombings and that happened. Like I had no idea. There's so much that's happening on social media when it comes to like educating people of color about their history. And I had no idea about Black Wall Street until there was posts about like Black Wall Street was bombed by planes and their white neighbors were like torching their homes and burning it all down. And I don't remember who I was speaking to one of the patients at our clinic, and she said, I'm not sure if this is true, but she said Malcolm or no, Michael, not Michael Jordan or Malcolm X, uh, Martin Luther King. He said one of his biggest regrets was integration. because once we integrated into the laws of the majority white population. And then when that happened, we didn't become, or we weren't like, having Black Wall Street and governing Black Wall Street ourselves and like buying Black in our own neighborhoods anymore. We became spread out across the country. And now you can't galvanize or real you can galvanize and march and gather, but imagine if there was just 50 years ago, 60 years ago, Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that then grew, and then Black people felt safe enough, and then more and more Black people came, and then Black people are buying Black, and now you have Black millionaires and Black billionaires, and as we know, the billionaires in this country are the ones running the government and lobbying and not paying taxes and all of this fun stuff, which isn't ideal for people that are like working really hard and following their dreams and going to college and paying for I'm paying for student loans or any people going to college.
Right.
So it's just like a what could have been, but also like what can be if we can all like vote, and which is why the California there's no real like good decisions for and when it comes to politics, the people you can choose that will actually like win, they're like moderate. Everyone's like right wing moderate, and like, or there's like right wing extremists. Like our liberal progressives are majority in the government, are like majority millionaires
Mm-hmm.
that don't pay taxes and or spread misinformation, that don't really have it out for the people, which is why it's important. Like as Black people, when I took a American Indians course, so as indigenous people, as Africans, as people of Latin descent, and beyond Asian Americans, it's important to have that community, and as minorities like come together and not spread hate and not um, you know be prejudiced towards one another, and like buy each other's services, their goods, and yeah, to vote. I've been holding on to that one. Is there anything you wanted to say? I went off. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I totally agree. There's a lot.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Um,
I'll get better. I promise, people.
no, it's all good. Um,
How about when you thought of community, like writing it down? What did you think?
um, well, I learned it's been coming up a lot for me in my holistic health classes. Like having a sense of community is like super important, and like in terms of like stress, like uh creating like diseases in the body and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like having like if you think about like in other countries, like they live in like tribes, or like they're more like inclusive, like they're
Mm-hmm.
more like community based,
Mm-hmm.
as compared to here. Like a lot of people are like living on their own, and like there's a lot of isolation. And I don't know, I've noticed that it's affected me a lot, like with the pandemic and stuff. And like when things kind of started like easing up on the restrictions, and I was able to like go hang out with friends and stuff more, like I felt a lot better, like
Mm-hmm.
mentally and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Like, it's been uh weird. Like I was like craving community, but I've also been inside and like mentally handicapped for like years. So like I didn't even realize I was stressed or something. And it's not till you like go to meditate or like I watch a lot of like chiropractor and physical therapy videos on YouTube just to prepare myself and like learn. And like you don't like I've noticed with people like you notice their like if they're balling their fists or like even I'm gonna call out like Delana, even at night, like when people's shoulders like come in and like their shoulders are up, like just to like relax their shoulders. Or like sometimes I'm meditating, I don't even realize my jaw is clenched. And
Yeah.
so it's very important like to have a community of people you can talk to or listen to and relate to as well, which is what we're trying to do here. Yeah, I didn't even like. Yeah, there's times where I'm like, oh, like this muscle was tighter. Like, man, I'm rolling out here, and it could like, yeah, your muscles can tighten up, and your posture can become bad, and like that just affects everything. So
Yeah.
that that is a positive reason to work out, not because all about like body issues, but it's about like, oh, like I need to be able to move my hips in 30 years.
Right.
so
Right.
so I should stretch and I should stretch before I go and try to hit a volleyball. But on the other end, I also felt like of like the going outside thing. I felt like it was like became so readily available that like I was turned off to like wanting to go out. Like I went and played with strangers beach volleyball and then I haven't been back. Like I felt like there was so much freedom to like go out again that I was overwhelmed, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like, right. I was
Yeah.
like, I can go to the beach, and I went and I played beach volleyball, which I'd been like practicing on, and I was like posting on Instagram about, and I have my volleyballs, and I still practice, but I just don't go out again. Um, so it's like a weird thing where I was like, all right, I wanna play video games, so I like played like half of Breath of the Wilds or in Animal Crossing, and then I was like, all right, I want to play volleyball now. All right, I want to get these shoes now. I got these shoes. All right, I want to start a podcast now. But this is something that's been I wanted to do for a while. So I'm hoping it doesn't like stop off. And I worked really hard, so I'm gonna just keep doing it because it's fun. Like it's accessible like in my home. So I don't know if this is like I don't know if this is me being antisocial, but I know I think this is me being. I think this is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So community is definitely important.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
What's that?
Did you feel that like with going outside again? It's like, all right, I can go outside, but like now what?
Yeah. No. Yeah. It was especially because uh like when the pandemic first started, like I wasn't going out at all because like my
Mm-hmm.
mom was sick and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So like when things kind of like passed, like when I went out, it was like it was like a whole like new experience. It
Mm-hmm.
was like super overwhelming, like you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like yeah, I like kind of go like back and forth, like saying like yeah, like I don't want to go out today, like that like is like too much, or like other days I'm like like if you play Animal Crossing too much or something, all right, I need to go out. So like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of I feel like out of balance a lot here lately, but
Yeah. I feel like that some people around me don't know how to relax. And then sometimes I only know how to relax. And other times I'm way too stressed about everything. I need to know everything right now. Like I'm applying to physical therapy school right now. And so I'm doing my applications. And I feel like yesterday, I was like, all right, I'm gonna finish this whole essay tomorrow. And so I stayed up till like midnight. And then I was trying to prepare for this and like how I needed to know how the audio files were gonna come from Zoom to my computer to Anchor and how to edit them and how to get that file from now I know to like my messages to Apple Music to somehow there. Like I just had to figure it all out before I had y'all on and like knew that this would work. And like I was testing out my mic, the ring light. I have a sheet over the window back there. I like changed all the lights in here. So I don't know. So some parts of me are like hyper focused at times. I feel like that yeah, I'm at like an imbalance. I feel like we all might be, and like that's why people are especially going ham about like I don't want to go back to like not wearing a mask or I don't want to get like vaccine. Like I I do feel for them, but I don't. but I know it'd be easy and free to like put public health first, and I did. Um, but it's weird. Like it's a weird time, like up and down. Like man, like I can understand how someone is mentally stressed about having to wear a mask. I like masks. Like when, especially like when people are sick. Like I could see myself wearing the mask. I was like, oh, I don't want to spread this to anyone else.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that would like yeah. I think one of the first episodes I posted was me just ranting. I was just like, the Olympics, and, and this and this and this, and that's how my mind feels sometimes. And
Yeah,
actually, doing this really, the 30-minute one I recorded, it really felt made me feel like, oh shoot, like I feel good in my relationship and myself. I felt proud about my poetry that I shared, and it just like made me feel better to like get it all out. So
yeah,
I hope you feel the same.
yeah, yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, it's like it's kind of like a free therapy
Yeah, it's free.
in a way.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
yeah. I think uh a lot of like that like imbalance stuff and like I don't know if like at least for me like before like the pandemic and stuff like I was like doing like a lot like and like I don't know it like what I was doing like then is like a lot different than what I'm doing now. Like
Mhm.
I don't know, it just felt before the pandemic it felt like things were like a lot easier to do like school and like hanging out, but like now like just like going to the gym to like play basketball is like
Yeah, yeah,
maybe I'm not gonna do that today. Like it feels like too much today, but I don't know. Everyone, I feel like everyone's also like experience like experienced the pandemic differently. So like everyone's gonna be like at a different place.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. Well, oh, there's one last. No, no, we're good. I think we're good. I was gonna, like, I don't know if you don't. I can just cut this part off if you don't want me to talk about it. But
Yeah, yeah.
how how did is part of your like holistic approach and like meditation and like nutrition, you said that like was partially because of like where your mom was diagnosed, and
Yeah.
sorry for your loss. That
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, I think I texted you right after, but I think you didn't respond, but I was like, I wouldn't respond either. I don't know what I
Yeah,
would
no,
do.
it's all good.
I don't want to dig like deep into it and stuff like that. But I thought about it when you were talking about like holistic approach and like trying to better yourself. And so I see you, my boy.